Jack Phillips and Gabriel Dolan are not your average podcast hosts. They're the superheroes of real-life experiences and witty insights. They've got more stories than a library, more rawness than a sushi train.
It's real.
More wisdom than a fortune cookie factory. And are way more real than this voiceover. So strap yourself in, people. Jac and Ral are keeping it real. Yeah.
Welcome to Keeping It Real with
Jac and
Ral. This is so exciting. I'm Gabriel Dolan
and I'm Jac Phillips.
And we are Keeping It Real. This is our intro podcast. How excited we are. We're doing a podcast.
I know. And not before time. Can you remember how this came about?
I can. Me and Steve were sitting with you and Richard at your farm having dinner, and you said, "Hey, Ral, I reckon we should do a podcast."
And I think before I'd even said the word podcast, you said, yeah, I think we should.
You think we should?
I've been thinking about it for a while. And, you know, you are this incredible expert when it comes to communication, storytelling for business. You're a published author. You know so much. And I thought, you, combined with some of my knowledge and my corporate experience, could be really useful to people. We could help people.
Well, I think that's why I said yes. Well, you coach people now, and this could just be like a live coaching session. And between us, we've got what did you say, 50 years?
Easily.
Yeah,
50 years of experience.
We're very wise. We've been around. We've been around.
A couple of old owls.
The traps. And I remember when, we hadn't even got to dessert by this stage, and we said, whatever it is, we were talking about titles, and it's got to have real in it. It's got to be real. And I think we pretty much got to Keeping It Real or something
pretty quickly
like that with Jac and Ral straight away.
I
think
agree.
at that point our respective husbands were getting very, very nervous.
They'd already moved away with the next bottle of red and left us to it. The smart boys. So here we are, Keeping It Real with Jac and Ral. This is a podcast series that we are going to drop every Monday morning. Why Monday morning, Ral?
Because what better way to start your week than a little bit of dose of
Pep
us.
talk.
Yes, it is like a pep talk because I think we will challenge people.
Oh, absolutely.
I hope we inspire people.
I do too. I hope we learn from people. Send in questions.
Yeah.
You'll be able to do that. You'll see us and you'll hear us. You'll see us on Spotify and YouTube. Yes, Spotify is now visual.
And you'll hear us. Well, you're already hearing us because you're listening to this. But yes.
Apple Podcasts.
Or the
Spotify,
usual.
The whole
every
works.
Every Monday morning this is going to drop. It's going to be, the session's going to be about like 20 to 30 minutes roughly.
Somewhere around there.
We think that's a nice time.
I agree.
But yeah, we are going to give you, each session will be a different topic.
It will.
And we'll talk about that. We'll answer your questions. We're going to be mentioning some people. So we probably should introduce some people right now. We've already talked about Steve and Rich, our respective husbands. So you'll hear
Current
about current husbands. Yeah, just behave yourself. My current husband. I said that once as a joke and he got really offended. Oh my God.
I think I said once my second husband will be much richer.
Rich.
He didn't get offended. That worried me.
We'll also be talking about our respective children. So my two daughters, Alex and Jess, they get a mention.
And my two beautiful children, Louie and Mads.
Yeah, because our family give us lots of content for stories. They haven't given us their permission, but that's okay. And
they help us keep it real.
Yeah, they do help us keep it real. We're talking about keeping it real. So we got them. We should also mention our producer because we know how
hard he has to work.
He's got to work hard. But we actually feel very excited we've got a producer. It sort of feels all grown up.
Very grown up.
All grown up. And so it's the lovely Keehlan.
Ferrari-Brown.
His surname is Ferrari-Brown.
How good's that?
How good's that? I reckon the only cooler surname you could get is Ferrari Black. Or Ferrari Red.
I'll stop it. Don't let it go on.
Yeah,
Keehlan, you're awesome.
Yeah.
We love you.
Imagine if your surname Keehlan was like Kia Beige. Or,
no offence to Kia drivers.
Or Nissan Pale Blue.
No offence to Nissan drivers. As you can tell already, this is not a PC podcast. Yeah, there will be plenty of swearing and stories.
There'll be lots of stories, and a tiny little bit of swearing. Our respective mothers will probably be listening to this. Do you think?
I never thought of that.
Yeah.
Mum used to say to me when I was in radio years ago, great face for radio, remember you're in the public eye, darling.
Well, What, you clearly didn't take that advice.
I like how you went, yeah.
So we won't be swearing a lot, but we will be.
Lots
a
of
little
laugh.
bit. Lots of laugh. Lots of laugh. This is, and we, it all comes from a place of love.
Oh, gosh, yes.
So we've got love and laughter going on. We've got
Tips and
stories
techniques. We are actually going to hopefully teach you something or certainly give you something to think about.
Yes, and I think that's important and something to think about. All our advice comes from our perspective, our experience, our stories. It may not work for you, it may not work for everyone. Hopefully it works for some people. I know when Alex, my daughter, was diagnosed with ADHD, and so I would keep giving her advice on things. I always remind my kids that people normally pay me for this, and they get it for free. But I do.
Sure, that doesn't help.
Yeah, no, that doesn't help. The amount of times I go, Mum, you're not at work now. But I would suggest to Alex, why don't you do this? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do this? And she would go, Mum, with all due respect, that doesn't work for people with, neurodiverse brains. So I think it is a good reminder. We're not arrogant enough to think that everything we say will work for you, but it's worked for us.
And we haven't figured everything out either.
And we are still learning. But what we provide is some food for thought.
Too right.
Some insights, some tips and techniques, as you said.
Certainly some experience. We've both made plenty of balls ups.
Absolutely.
As well as won a few things.
Yep. Excellent. So that's it. That's keeping it real in a nutshell.
Wait. Hope you're listening along. Please do, and if you like us, rate us 5 stars.
Oh yeah, 5 star. Can you give us we like a 5-star rating.
We like attention. We like love.
We need love. We need hugs.
Validation.
Attention. 5 stars. You can do that by 5 stars. The first episode is going to drop
mid-February
2024. Yay! We're so excited. So until then, what we say. Keep it real. Keeping it real with Jac and Ral. Bye.
Keeping It Real, created by Jack Phillips and Gabriel Dolan. Produced by Keehlan Ferrari-Brown. And this really real voiceover, spoken by Richard Phillips.